jingle bells swing and jingle.
Ciao and happy late Christmas. Today we're going to talk about two of the most famous Italian Christmas cake. The famous Panettone, please don't say Panettone because it's wrong in Italian, and the less famous but also very popular Pandoro. Let's start with Panettone, which is definitely the most popular in Italian. The alleged birth is in Milan, in Corso Magenta, which is a house that used to belong to two families, the Itlaian and Corti, right in front of the refectory that hosts the Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci.
Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring, snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock.
First legend, Ugo, a falconer at the court of Ludovico Sforza, basically was working at Tony's bakery and had an idea. One night before Christmas he added butter, eggs, raisins and candied citron, basically whatever he could find, to an already existing dough, making a sort of a special successful bread. That one became known as the bread of Tony. From there, pane, which is what we say bread in Italian, panettone or panettoni, some very similar, the bread of Tony. Another servant recovered part of a precious dough which got burned in the days before Christmas and basically added the same ingredients and he made this special bread. The panettone, which is the antique recipe, looks just like a bread and it's flat. What would be the secret for panettone? Pretty much it's all the secret in the kneading and the levitation of the dough. So, as far as we know, it takes pretty much one full day, 24 hours between each single step, and that would be just the perfect. The first kneading of the dough, then leavening for 14 hours. You just use flour, butter, citron, eggs, raisins, and most likely vanilla flavors. Another kneading of the dough, and then another leavening of 8 hours. Baked for 55 minutes, 1 hour, and then cool while kept upside down, like hanging. Okay, and that would be the recipe of panettone. Pandoro instead is actually my favorite. This is again the 1 kilo. The most famous in Italy and probably the most popular. It covers roughly 40% of the Italian market for Christmas, is by Bauli. They're both from Verona. What's the difference between panettone and Pandoro? Pandoro is more recent and dated back to the 1894, when pastry chef Domenico Melegatti, he basically copyrighted the recipe in his pastry laboratory in Verona, the famous city of Romeo and Juliet, and apparently he just was very proud of his creation, of what he made, this special Pandoro that he named Pan de Oro, which basically means golden bread, literally. Oro in Italian is gold. Pandoro is the heir of a local traditional Christmas cake known as Nadaline, which is flatter and more solid. Pandoro, what we will see, it's very clean, meaning that there are no raisins or no candied fruits. Actually, my favorite version has chocolate drops, so sort of a very sweet Italian version of Chips Ahoy, but bigger, and is what I prefer. And it's traditionally covered by powdered sugar. Its main flavor is butter based, so it really tastes like butter, as compared to panettone as at least 20% of butter, whereas panettone has around 15-16%. It only includes flour and sugar, but also more calories, because a slice of 100 grams brings at least 400 calories. This one probably even a little bit more. For the panettone, about 300, so a little bit better. The Pandoro is softer and it takes up to 2 days to be ready after a very careful and long leavening. Alright, so it's finally time to taste it. I'm gonna try to cut it properly just to give you the idea, and then we will finally enjoy it. Look, this is the Pandoro. Still very fragrant, and there you go. That's how it looks like, full of chocolate drops. Amazing. Again, it should be covered in sugar, powdered sugar, but it's sweet enough. And this is instead a traditional Panettone, the flat recipe from Milan. Voila, with raisins, candied orange zest, which have mostly been replacing citruses. There you go. And it goes back.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and the children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. The snow said I